Hello friends, you're joining us today at Lovely Place headquarters as we introduce the world to the skill of extreme jigsawing. That's right folks, you're seeing it here first. This is Jigsaw, but not as you know it. I'm joined today by two experts of this new sport. On my left is John, the legend Mopson. Say hello to the viewers, John.
Hello viewers, welcome to the show.
Thanks, John. And on my right is Annie, the voice of radio Nightingale. Say a few words for the viewers, Annie.
Hi viewers, thanks for joining us. It's great to be here.
OK then, I see that Lovely Place has got started right away and we're already in the middle of the action. I'll hand you over now to John and Annie, who are going to talk us through the game, bring you up to date with the rules and show us how the game is played. Over to you, Annie.
What can we expect to see from this new sport, John?
Well, as you know, Annie, we've been playing this game together for a while now, so I expect the viewers at home will enjoy the spectacle and speed of delivery from Lovely Place as we progress through play.
Yes, John, we can already see some superb costume changes going on. I noticed a plaster in there. Interesting choice. I can already sense there might be trouble ahead. As the pieces hit the table, it's quite clear there's quite possibly more than one jigsaw in the box.
You'd be right there, Annie. These things do happen. It's one of the reasons for the first rule of Jigsaw, which is only buy second hand. And it's a thrilling first rule for this exact reason. You never know what might be in the box, and if what you get will match the picture or not. I'm sensing that maybe half the pieces in the box might match the picture, but we will have to keep watching to find out.
Yes, John. Looking at the size of the pieces and the deceptively simple bright colours, I'm guessing this might be a children's jigsaw, probably for ages 3 and over. It's therefore unlikely they will try and trip the player up by colouring the back of the pieces differently. I'm with you on this. There must have been 2 different jigsaws in the box.
Now we can see Lovely Place has established the corners and therefore the size of the playing arena. This is very important if you want to film your strategy and watch it back.
Which, incidentally, is a great way to improve your performance, and it's what the experts often do.
Yes, Annie. 4 random pieces are selected to establish the camera's field of vision, and no pieces may go outside the playing area. That's actually the 5th rule of Jigsaw, so we're jumping ahead a little, and we don't want to confuse the viewers.
No, we don't, John. Let's reveal the 2nd rule of Jigsaw, which is...
Never look at the picture.
That's correct, viewers. Looking at the picture is an immediate foul. More than 3 looks at the picture and you forfeit the game. Although this is rare for this to happen when you get to championship level, these experts have no need of pictures. They use their intuition and skill to work it out.
Indeed they do, Annie. So looking at the big picture is a definitely out.
The 3rd rule is a toughie. It's you can't start with corners or edges. And that's why even jigsaws for little kids can be as hard as so few pieces mean that most of the jigsaw is just corners and edges.
Meanwhile, back on play, I can see that Lovely Place has let pieces slip out of the viewing field. I have to say, Annie, that it's very shoddy. Good thing today it's just a friendly match for the viewers at home, as this poor sportsmanship wouldn't be tolerated at league level.
That's right, John. As we've mentioned, once the size of the field of play has been marked out, no piece may go beyond.
This, of course, makes things very difficult, and it's why in 2024 the Board of Directors introduced rule number 4. No space must be cleared.
That was after the unfortunate incident between the French and the English back in 2023.
Yes.
When the French used a satellite camera to create a gigantic playing field and spread their pieces over 3 continents while they tried to complete the 1,000,000-piece jigsaw within the time limit.
Correct, Annie. When pieces are joined together, they may have to go over the top of loose pieces from time to time, as a clear playing space cannot be made.
Sorry to interrupt you there, John, but I want to draw the viewer's attention to the Lovely Place's interesting use of costumes and props. Done purely for the viewer's benefit, it's great to see such sportsmanship in this game. It's what makes extreme jigsaw such a thrilling spectator sport. You never know what the hands might be wearing next.
There's been a lot of money changing hands over this at the bookies, hasn't there? Trying to guess which hand might appear next and what it might be wearing.
I note that Lovely Place has chosen to accessorise this match with Peppa Pigs and her friends. I think that's a clever nod to what might be the finished picture, don't you, John?
Yes, Annie, accessorising in this manner is risky business as it reduces the amount of clear space for the actual jigsaw. But when you're as skilled as Lovely Place is, it's worth a gamble.
Indeed, John. It's always a pleasure to watch someone who is a true professional and at the top of their game. It's the speed of placement that I find so fascinating.
Well, Annie, in this case, I think the field of play has been fast-forwarded a little. I understand we are watching the highlights of a match that was played earlier. Of course, the strict time limits were observed. A 48-piece puzzle must be completed within 48 minutes, including breaking for snacks and toilet, of course.
Yes, John, that is of course the sixth and final rule, that a jigsaw must be completed according to the minutes of the pieces. A 48-piece puzzle in 48 minutes and a 1,000-piece one in 16 hours, 66 minutes.
And now I must interrupt you, Annie, so that I can point out to the viewers the extra skill being shown here today, that the puzzle is not being completed for the camera the right way up. And as we can see, there are indeed 2 puzzles here that Lovely Place is completing simultaneously. What a thrill this is turning out to be!
Yikes, John! Did we just see a foul up there? That accessory casually flicked off the playing table. Perhaps we need an instant replay. Yes! There you have it! Foul! Foul! Foul!
Oh dear. Again, we must stress for the viewers that this would have forfeited Lovely Place the whole match, and under championship conditions, it would have had to be replayed from scratch. But we can let it go now, in the interests of continuity. Let's get back to the game.
So, John, as we watch this brand new sport develop, I'll just tell the viewers a little bit about how it all started, if that's okay with you.
By all means, Annie, so long as you let me join in with you at the end and we can sing the finishing song together.
Of course, John. I wouldn't dare do the song without you. Well, viewers, extreme jigsawing is indeed a very new sport, but even so, it hopes to achieve Olympic status eventually. It started, like most sports, with absolutely zero sponsorship. Players had to hold down full-time jobs while also trying to become YouTube creators in their spare time. There was no money for equipment, no money for trainers, and no clue as to how things might turn out in the future. But then Lovely Place just started, bought a jigsaw, not even in English, discovered in the Filey Cancer Shop for 50p.
I think it was winter, as I recall.
That's right, John. No car boot sales in the winter. Charity shops for winter, car boots for summer. That's the rules. Anyway, they brought it home, decided to turn it into content for the Lovely Place YouTube channel, never thinking in those early days how big this sport was going to be.
Well, no one ever does, do they, Annie? You can only be a visionary with hindsight.
That's right, John. But look, I think it's time we sang the song. Lovely Place has nearly finished the jigsaw.
Right you are, Annie. After 3, repeat after me.
Do, 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 do. There's a tramp sitting on my doorstep.
And I waste his time.
His methylated sandwich.
He's a walking clothesline.
Comes the bishop's daughter.
Na na na.
I can never remember the words to this part. Annie, can you?
Not really, John. We'll just have to do our best at the end, which we both know the bit to.
I'm just trying to do my jigsaw puzzle before it rains anymore.
Before it rains anymore.
Hooray! Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this episode from the Lovely Place channel. Please like and subscribe, and we will make more original content whenever we can fit it in. Thank you very much, and bye for now.